Hello and welcome, this is MechCommander, and we're back with some more MechCommander 2, and the mission we'll be doing for this video is Facility Assault Legion. Destroy a new Steiner assault tank prototype and the facilities producing them. Okay, our more in detail mission briefing. We have 3 primary objectives: destroy all Legion tanks, destroy 3 industrial complexes, and then extract. It looks like those 2 objectives are right next to each other. We have 3 secondary objectives: destroy relay station's power generator, destroy 2 medium factories, and rendezvous with a Liao operative. Looks like, I would think that we'd want to do that first, so that's here. We jump in here. Looks like the factories and medium factories are on our way as well. Okay, let's get into the description here. Our agents have given us a disturbing report on our adversary, House Steiner. For some time, they have been guarding a manufacturing facility which seems to be producing a class of war machine unknown to us, referred to as the Legion. Our agents estimate that these massive vehicles to be between 90 and 100 tons. The Mandrissa is disturbed by this news and wishes the production of these machines terminated. Destroy all existing Legion tanks and the industrial complexes building them. To ensure success, our intel operatives have leaked the location and purpose of this production facility to Baxter and partisan forces. They have confirmed that the partisans are amassing to attack the facility and should provide a significant distraction for your own mission. Alright, getting on to our tactical officer notes. The Legion sounds dangerous, Commander. Don't take them lightly. At that size, they'll be able to destroy most mechs in a straight firefight. The Steiner facilities on Carver 5 aren't known for their engineering, so I'm surprised they could design such a powerful unit. Liao Intel tells us that their operative is still in the area, but laying low. It may be worthwhile to meet with him and get any information we can. Recon has pointed out some interesting strategic areas. The production facilities is located in a low valley surrounded by mountains, which allows us to take the high ground. Thick woods in the area provide a perfect setup to use indirect fire weapons such as LRMs and fixed artillery. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. In addition, the Mandrissa is offering bonus C-bills if we can also destroy some other factories and a generator to guarantee that Steiner won't build another Legion facility. Alright. Let's go ahead and get into our planning here. So we've got 320 tons to work with, which is quite a lot. Now, I like to keep my lances small, just for my own peace of mind. I was pretty happy with the Zeus that we used in a previous mission. And we also have this mech here, which is 75 tons. What can we buy, as a matter of fact? I haven't really looked at the Liao stuff, so we have the Cyclops as a possible assault mech. And that's it, I guess, on the high end for Liao. It does have sensors, which is unique for a assault mech. I'm actually considering buying one. Now, I'd have to sell stuff to buy it, and we'd have to take a look at that, honestly. I'm sure there's stuff I've salvaged that I can get rid of. For example, I have more than enough catapults. I think I'm going to sell one of these. Okay, moving on. We have several hunchbacks. I don't think we're going to need that many, so I'll sell a couple of those minimum. Star Slayers, we could probably sell one of those. Alright. Well, I think that makes me happy enough that we can buy a Cyclops here. So at 90 tons, that would give us our sensors, so we wouldn't need to roll with a light mech if we didn't want to. I'm going to go ahead and buy this, because I just think it's an interesting proposition to have such a heavy mech have sensors. Alright, let's go ahead with that. And they're also advanced sensors, which are pretty good. It does have a little bit of a different description here. I don't know if that's just a mistake. C-sensor, what does that even mean? Yeah, I don't know why they wrote it that way when they wrote this way. Sensor advanced. I mean, that seems to be the standard way, but whatever. Maybe it's a typo, I'm not sure. All right, so with that bought, we're going to have to hit accept, just so we make sure that transaction happens. I think we're going to roll with the Cyclops. We'll add that mech. So that's 90 tons. We could go with 2 Atlases if we really want to go crazy heavy here. And that would put us at, what, 290? And we'd have 30 tons left over, which we could fill if we wanted to. I'm trying to think of other ways that we can go with this. So where we would be relatively few mechs and relatively heavy if I can help it. So let's say we do 2 catapults, just for the sake of argument. That leaves us at 220, and then we could do an Atlas, for example. This would be a relatively slow lance, with the catapults and the Cyclops being at 65 kilometers an hour, and then the Atlas would, of course, be at 54, so that would be, quite a bit slower. We could roll with the Zeus instead and just lose out on the weight, being at 300 tons, and I would be okay with that. So the question is, do we really want to roll with an Atlas? And I just think that the lack of speed is going to be a liability. I want to keep our mechs at the same speed so that they can keep together relatively well. This does mean we won't have any light mechs, so if we wanted to capture any turrets, that would be difficult. And I do like that ability, but I'm starting to, at this point in the game, not be too big of a fan of the fact that the enemy has a habit of picking out the light mechs and just targeting them and really risking us losing one of our light mechs. So I'm between going with the Zeus and having the greater speed, or going with the Atlas and having the heavier mech, really. We also have this mech, which we could get if we wanted jump jets. Granted, the catapults have jump jets, so we could roll with that anyway. At least I think I have jump jets with them. Yeah, okay. So I think I'm going to go with the Zeus. Just for that, sameness of speed. Okay, now that we have all that decided, let's go into this catapult. I'm going to modify the mech, and we're just going to load in the same missile loadout that we have in our other mech, although we could upgrade this stuff to clan missiles at this point. It's been a while since we used a catapult, so I might want to do that. Let's take a look at our Cyclops, though, because that's the main mech we'd want to... Well, honestly, we're going to want to take a look at all of our mechs, but let's take a look at the Cyclops in particular. So it's got decent weaponry. An easy move here is just to replace it with clan equivalents, because the clan equivalents are just flat out better. And we do have a little bit of room for improvement as far as that goes. We also have a Clan Gauls rifle, which we can replace the standard one with, and there appears to be no disadvantage in doing that. What's the advantage, though? So it is 10 damage with a fire rate of 1.6 versus 1.4. So very slightly faster fire rate, but hey, every little bit of advantage helps. So we're going to go ahead and remove that, and instead replace it with this. And it doesn't really change the heat profile at all, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, let's move on to our other weapon systems. So with the missiles, there's no reason to use Intersphere Streak SRM packs when the clan ones are just flat out better. Again, more expensive is really the only difference here. So, of course, that's just a flat out upgrade. Now, as far as the ER lasers, this would be our only medium firepower on this mech. And let's see what we can do with that. So we could just do a clan ER laser, which again would be a flat upgrade, as we're talking faster fire rate. So yeah, I think we're just going to do that, replace it with Clanner Tech. And then we have room to replace some of these missile systems. I won't be able to replace all of them because of the heat that we have to work with. I might be able to do one more. Okay, so that's maxing out our heat. I could strip the last missile system and put in armor, but honestly, this is pretty well armored. I'm going to go ahead with this. This looks like a decent loadout. We're emphasizing long-range combat, but we have a little bit of close-range combat if it comes to that. All right, let's go ahead and accept, and we'll call this, I think we're on C6 at this point. Save. Okay, now let's just go into the Zeus, modify it. And really all we're looking to do is improve the weapons with clan tech, which we've already done to a certain extent. And really, we only have a little bit of heat to work with, so I think we're just going to be replacing standard LRM racks with the clan versions. But the clan versions are greater heat, so we'll only be able to fit a few of these on. But it will be an upgrade in fire rate. So there we go. And this is the C2. We'll call it the C2 Plus. Okay, save that on up. And then finally, we have the catapults, which probably could do with a similar upgrade. As we can see, there is room for increased damage here. This would be a very much long-range based attack, but so far from what we've seen in the campaign, that seems to be the route to go. So I'm going to continue to replace the standard LRMs with clan ones until we run out of heat, which I think we've already done. At this point, if we don't already have clan streaker SRMs, we might as well use them because they are going to be, again, just flat out better. Okay, and I don't think we can do any more as far as that goes. So we're good to go. We'll go ahead and hit accept here, and we'll call this the Missile C, or clan. All right, save that on up. And then all we have to do is just come over here, modify this mech to be that loadout, accept, and I think we're good to go pretty much. Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and get our pilots here. So Worm is going to end up being in our Cyclops. We want that sensor information, so that's where you're going to go. Then we're going to want... So we've got long shot. I think we're going to end up putting in one of our catapults. We're going to put... Who else and where? Well, I think I want to use Hacksaw for this mission. He was out of the last one, but this time he's going to be used. And I guess we can use a green pilot at this point, although we don't really have that many green pilots left. And we're going to use Hammer in this case. So Hammer is going to be fit into the catapult here. So, all right. We've got our less experienced pilots in the catapults, and then we have Hacksaw in the Zeus and Worm in the Cyclops, giving us that good sensor information. Let's go ahead and launch this mission up. I don't know if this loadout makes any sense or is good for this mission, but we'll find out. I will point out that I feel like early on in the game, the tactical officer does a very good job of telling you what to expect in a mission. And it seems like as we're getting more and more into the game, that is becoming less and less of a thing. Where, I mean, we got a little bit of an idea of what the train's going to be like and things like that. What's with all this blue? Okay, so these are, I'm going to guess, the blue indicates an ally. This is the first time we've actually seen one, I think. So those are going to be the militia, I'm guessing. All right, so our objective over here is to knock out factories, which are where? Well, we've got a turret control. And as I said, with this loadout, we are going to have some more problems with turrets than we normally do. I see this as an easy target. We just hit these fuel tanks and have that go up, and then here's the factories. So honestly, all we have to do is hit the generator there. I mean, the fuel tanks. Okay, well, let's grab our group. I think it already is selected and ready to go. Put them in a command group, and I'm going to tell them to start moving over towards B. We'll try and take this out early. Alternatively, we could go over to C. Let's see what's going on with C. So, nothing really that I see. One thing we should check, resource points. We have 6,000, so we do have that to use. So I should probably be keeping my eye out for more resources to capture. So let's take a look at this base, see if there is any. Yeah, see, there's 3 here. So we're going to have the advantage of being able to do a bunch of airstrikes once we capture that, which will be pretty nice. We've got a wall with some turrets here. So this is blocking this particular road. We have a base with a lot of turrets. And there's a resource capture point. And there's no really objective over here that we know about. The main objective is over here, the generator, which honestly I can just hit with airstrikes. So we really don't even have to come over here if we don't want. We could use the resource building, maybe, but outside of that, there's no real reason to come over there. And then as far as which way we would go, okay, so let's say we attack B here. Well, if we get through B, this is going to give us a path to our main objectives along this road. We could follow that. And then once we get to here, we're going to have a sensor control. Okay, so we don't have any means to defy that. So they will see us coming. We could knock it out maybe with the airstrikes. Although we're only going to have so many of those, so we can't depend on everything. Here is one of our objectives here. And I'm going to guess the tanks are going to be in this area, although we don't have vision on them. And I don't see any resource capture points, but I also don't see any turrets or anything defending this base at all. So once we get through this area where our secondary objective is, there's not really going to be any resistance. So as far as I can see, what we might want to do is head over to B, do B's objective, head over to C, figure out what's going on there, then we'll move on. So go ahead and do this order, and let's come back into this.
The partisans have begun their attack.
Okay, yeah, well, I figure that much.
Power-up detected.
And these guys will probably help us quite a bit with just getting into these bases, because really, honestly, as long as we hug this area, I don't know if we're going to really have to worry about... We want to hit this pipe, because if we hit that, that might really take out a lot of these vehicles.
I got him. Roger that.
I don't know if we should really worry about helping the... Okay, we should probably hit this guy.
Mech power-up detected.
Our attack on the comrade has failed. We need assistance. We're dying out here. Vehicle destroyed.
Come on, hit that.
Long shot here. Copy target.
Okay, we got it.
No sweat.
Turrets deactivated.
Hey, I'm under fire over here.
Okay, it looks like we wiped those guys out with that. Alright, so they're calling for assistance. I guess we'll come over and help. Although I don't know how much longer they're going to live. They got just absolutely massacred. Did we get an objective for that? No. Okay, we're going to come over here and help, though.
Long shot here. Copy target. Hammer here. I got him. Yes, sir.
Okay. That's good enough. We'll just pepper this guy with our long-range firepower.
Locking in target. I got him. Hacksaw here. It's as good as dead. Here it comes. Stand still, maggot. Copy that. That's gotta hurt.
Okay, it looks like our allies got away, so we helped them as much with that. Alright, well, we're kind of already towards the C objective, so I figure we might as well just go ahead and do that. We can always go back to B as needed. So there's a pretty strong force here. I don't really see a reason to engage that force if we can avoid it. We're really just crossing this area so that we can get over and do this. This sensor range is really good on the Cyclops, so I'm pretty happy with that. We do have some mechs over here patrolling. They're light mechs. They may see me with their sensors, but for now we're keeping out of that contact. There is something following us, some kind of vehicle following us, I'm assuming. But yeah, I mean, as far as I can tell, we can avoid a lot of the conflict on this map. Unfortunately, our Cyclops has taken a lot of damage here. We might want to call in a repair truck at some point. Alright, we do have something happening over here. But again, I don't know if that's something we need to deal with or not. Okay. Let me look around. I don't know exactly what it is. Alright, hold on. Let's pause here while we look around. What is it that we're supposed to do to get this rendezvous? I mean, there's this meeting hall that's supposedly allied to us. Maybe that's where we need to go? I don't see anything else to interact with, necessarily. Alright, we'll go over to the meeting hall.
Objective complete.
There we go. Okay.
Renner's looking for me, so I'll make this quick. The rear armor on the Legion tank is extremely weak, so get behind him if you can. Watch your back, Commander. There's an airspace spotter in the area. Read you, sir. Oh boy.
Okay, it was a mech following us. There's more enemies that apparently followed us. Okay, well, that's all we needed to do here. Let's engage these vehicles that are
Hammer here.
seemingly on our trail.
Roger.
And once we're done with that, we're just going to go on to our...
Hammer here. I got him. Hacksaw here. It's as good as dead.
Alright.
Toasted.
Oh, another
Hacksaw
vehicle here.
Locking in
More than
target.
likely coming after us.
Hacksaw here. It's as good as dead. Hacksaw here.
Let's stay back.
In target.
This guy doesn't appear to have long-range weapons, so
Target.
as long as we can continue to hit him at range, we'll be okay.
He's dust.
Okay. So we have the remains of our allies, which is really not much. They got absolutely massacred. Not really sure what their game plan was for that. We're going to engage a heavy force with just some light vehicles and hope it goes our way, I guess. Okay. So I think I am going to call in the repair truck here. We're going to need line of sight, though, so... right there. Oop, right there.
Affirmative. Repair vehicle.
We'll have that repair our Cyclops, so we don't want that going down. And then we'll move on to our secondary objective B, which we have already done a good job of doing some nice damage to. Pathing here is probably not going to be great for us. Okay, do that. All right, so while we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at the map a little bit here. So we've already taken out the defenses here. We, I think, disabled the turrets because of the generator we knocked out here. So really all we have to do is come in and knock out this last remaining factory.
Good to go, boss.
Okay, the repair truck, I'm just going to sit right there. We're going to grab our command group, and we're going to start running over this way. And we'll see if there's much opposition left in this area. We do want to capture these resources so we can use their airstrike. I really hope I didn't miss any resource buildings over here, but I don't think I did. Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah, we're not getting any sensor contact, so that must have been it for the defenders.
Hammer here. I got him. Roger.
It was good that we were able to take that Highlander out just through the attacking the
Objective
fuel
complete.
tanks.
Yes, sir.
Just taking a look around, see if there's any other things that we can capture. Doesn't look like it. Sometimes it's easy to miss the resource trucks because they just look like any other.
Can't get it. Too many bad guys.
What do you mean, too many bad guys?
Aborting capture. I read you, sir. I can't capture. The enemy's too close.
Oh, hello.
Locking in target. Long shot here. Target locked in.
Enemy resources captured. Enemy resources captured.
I was wondering what it was talking about.
Capture. I got the
Our
building.
sensors aren't picking these guys up.
Toasted.
Or were they? I guess maybe I wasn't paying attention. Okay, well, now let's talk about our objective here. So, what is preventing me from coming in here and smashing this place? Well, as far as I can tell, there's really nothing preventing me from going over there at all. I could make guesses on where things are and do airstrikes, but I think really what we want to do airstrikes on is this generator. We can maybe take this out without even really having to come over here, so that's what I'm going to do.
Airstrike confirmed. Commencing countdown.
It'll probably take 2, but I'm not going to waste the airstrikes. Are we still getting attacked here? Alright, let's get our repair truck and put it up here.
Hacksaw here. Hey, I'm under fire.
Okay, under fire. Okay, we've got some mechs coming in. Let's go ahead and back off.
Copy that. Hammer here. Copy that target. That was pretty. Yeah, take it. Hammer here. I got him. Roger. Hammer here. Copy that target. Yeah, he's done.
Oh!
Hacksaw here. Looks like I'm the target.
Yeah, unfortunately we ate that explosion there. But we have the repair truck coming in, so we'll take care of that. Doesn't look like anybody else is that badly damaged. Maybe our Cyclops needs a little bit of repair. So, we'll take care of that. While we're doing that, let's go ahead and take a look at our airstrike. Gonna land another one on here.
Airstrike confirmed. Commencing countdown.
Might take a third one. This is a little bit more beefy of a...
Hacksaw here. All bucked and shiny, boss.
Hey, let's see if we got it. It looks like we did, so that's perfect. Alright, where else do we want to airstrike? So, we don't know exactly where the vehicles are. I could take out this sensor tower and hope that it would
Worm here. Good to go, boss.
blind my opposition. I would only have 2 airstrikes, though, and I don't know if that's enough to take out a building like that. Another thing I could do is we could come over here and try and capture the resources here. But to do that, I would need to, in my opinion, knock out this turret generator, which... Oh, yeah, this is not going to be something that we can take doing that, in my opinion. So... I mean, I could go after the ammo dump, but it's a good chance that it would take this out instead. And we really don't need to waste our resources doing that. And the main reason I'd be doing this airstrike is just so that we would blind them and they wouldn't see me coming. May not really be necessary, but let's try it.
Airstrike confirmed. Commencing countdown.
I'll let the first one land. That might do it, honestly. Yeah, I did. Okay, now let's see if they have the sensor grid up. Nope, they don't. That was what I wanted to see. Okay, is there anything that we can hit here with our airstrike that would just take some things out? Not really sure that's the case, so let's go ahead and just grab our group here. Start moving down the road, and we'll see what our sensors tell us. And the repair truck can just, you know, hang out here, I guess. Matter of fact, let's grab the command group and just knock out this lookout tower.
Long shot here. Target locked in.
I'm not sure if the lookout towers give
Hacksaw here.
my opponent vision, but
I read you, sir.
I would imagine it's possible that they do. Okay. Now, if I know where these vehicles are, I'd be able to airstrike them, but it appears that they don't show up on sensors. Really sure what that's all about. Okay, well, let's just start going towards our objective then. We'll find out.
Welcome, mercenary. A real opponent at last. You will make an excellent field test for my Legion tanks.
Okay, we've got a sensor contact. Let's start moving here.
Long shot here. I'm taking fire.
We still only have minimal sensor contacts. We're going to continue to engage at long range here. And we should be at quite a bit of an advantage for that engagement. Let's go ahead and just pause here quickly, make sure I get that attack going.
I got him. No sweat.
Okay, we've got another mech incoming. Like a hunchback, so as long as we stay away from it, we'll be okay. Let's go ahead and switch our fire here.
Hacksaw here.
Razorback is a little bit less of a threat.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we have another... Oh, no, that's just the same Razorback. Stay down.
Here it comes. I got him. Copy that. Hacksaw here. Locking in target. I got him. Roger that.
Alright, my guy's down. Maybe.
Yeah, he's done.
Oh, we got a Hetzer coming in. Yeah, see, I'm not getting this stuff on my sensors at all. I don't really know why.
I got him. Toasted. No sweat.
It looks like these Legion tanks really don't have any long-range weaponry. We may have to tell our repair truck to skedaddle, because this is not going in the direction we want it to. We could put a fixed artillery piece out, but to be honest with you, I don't know if it's really necessary. Let's just keep moving here and make sure that we keep our distance from these Legion tanks. But yeah, they're not showing up on sensors at all. I don't know what's causing that. Maybe they do have ECM. We'll just wait for them. They seem to be slow and steady. Unfortunately, this hill is kind of blocking line of sight, so until they show up... There we go. I could have called in like a
Hacksaw here. It's as good as dead.
scout copter or something
Long shot
to
here.
help us.
Target locked in.
Copy that.
Come on.
Long shot here.
Yeah, so these
Copy
things don't
target.
have long-range firepower at all. As long as we keep going back, we should be able to keep hitting them.
Hammer here. Copy that target.
I copy.
Hammer here. I got him.
Oh, that's not good.
Long shot here. Sir, I'm under attack.
Okay, we got one down.
Hammer here. I got him.
And we're continuing to back up here. This train's going to cause me some issues, and we are going to run out of real estate at some point, so we are going to have to stand and fight eventually. Okay, here comes one. I think that other one's closer, though, so I do have to keep that in mind. It may blindside me here on the left. Let's see if we can see them coming down the road. Oh, wow, there's more of them than I thought there was.
Hammer here. Copy that target. I read you, sir.
Alright, so we've only got the one. Alright, this might be a good place to stand and fight.
Hacksaw here. It's as good as dead. Copy that.
As a matter of fact, the AI doesn't seem capable of even pathing to where we are.
Hammer here.
Oh,
I got him.
I say as we get shot at.
Long shot here. I'm taking fire.
Yes, sir.
I mean, those seem like Gauss rifles. I really don't know why they're not firing at me
Hammer here.
most of the
Copy
time.
that target.
Because those should have range on me, I would think.
Hammer here. I got him.
Okay. The one's almost down.
Hacksaw here. Locking in target. I read you, sir.
That does it.
Enemy destroyed.
Hammer here. Copy that target.
I mean, so far, it seems like long-range missiles are the way to go in this game. Or at least long-range weapons in general. Oh, we've got another one showing up here. Because it seems like you can take advantage of most opponents at range like this.
Hammer here. I got him.
Alright, let's just close on this guy. It was probably a bad idea, but...
Okay, sir.
do a little bit of close-in damage here.
He's dust.
Alright, well, there we go. So let's get up to this objective. I mean, we still have #1 objective on the objectives here, so we clearly haven't destroyed all Legion tanks. Now, I don't know exactly where they came from, but what we can do to help us out a little bit, we don't have enough to salvage anything, so I can't actually see what I'm looking at here. So yeah, that's one of the industrial complexes. Let's stick it right in between the two.
Strike confirmed. Commencing countdown.
Okay. I don't know why my groups are splitting off like they are. I'm going to assume that they did not take out the industrial complexes. Wouldn't surprise me too much. Alright, let's keep moving. I could repair on my way, and to be honest with you, I'm tempted to do so. So, repair truck. Repair this mech here. Okay, everyone else. Going to go ahead and keep moving. As we might be able to do this objective without her. But yeah, those Legion tanks were really not that threatening, all things considered, because they had really no long-range firepower. I mean, they had the Gauss rifles, but they were apparently not as long-range as the LRMs, for whatever reason. And we could just take advantage of that. So again, nothing on the sensors here. I'm going to check real quick. Make sure, yeah, I thought there would be some pathing issues here. Over here, buddy. Over here, buddy. Okay. The repair vehicle has a habit of going to the last known location of the mech when you ordered it to do what you told it to do. Alright, so I don't know where these other Legion vehicles are, but we're going to go ahead and just
Hammer here. I got him.
attack the complexes. Although, it's going to be a little bit tough to get line of sight on these guys. Oh, hello. Alright, we're going to have to be contacting this guy at close range. Okay, that was relatively quick. Oh, we're being attacked again. Oh, there's a bunch of these vehicles. Let's get out of here. Okay, another one down. Okay, Longshot should be ready to join the rest of the group, so let's tell her to do so. Let's start getting the repair truck up here as well, so that we can utilize its repairs if we need it. Okay. Got another one sneaking up on us. Okay. I don't know if this is the last one or not. Nope, it's definitely not. Let's go get that one over there.
Objective complete.
Okay, now we've got it. Now we just have these facilities here. If we can get a line of sight on them.
Objective
There we go.
complete.
Alright, well, we didn't need you after all, Longshot, so you can just go straight to the extraction zone. Let's go ahead and grab our command group and tell them to do that, and we can finish this mission up. That wasn't too bad. I think it was a relatively easy mission overall. And I'm sure there were... Whoa, hello. I'm sure there may have been some enemies that we ignored, but it's not part of our objective to defeat all enemies, so I don't really care. Although it does seem like a number of the enemy did converge on our location once they were getting sensor contacts from their scouts.
Objective
So,
complete.
all right, there we go.
Mission successful.
All right, so I'll go ahead and salvage the Highlander mech. I think we may already have one, but we might not, so I think it's good to salvage it. We only have one Shootist, so I'll do one of those as well, and that we're out of money, so let's go ahead and finish that up. Hacksaw getting a few kills there. Hammer, our newbie pilot, getting a lot of vehicle kills. Good for him. He gets his participation award. Longshot finally levels up. Glad to see.
MechWarrior promoted to veteran.
Okay, you are going to be upgraded with LRMs. And Worm. Got a few, well, quite a few kills here. Not enough to get the award for 7 kills, though. Alright, so we have one more mission to go from this group. And we'll tackle that in the next video. So in any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is MechCommander, signing out.